Yo, JD here, and I really do not know what to say in this video, except that this is a very, very sad day for the world of F1 esports and sim racing in general. For a very long time now, we have been awaiting the announcement of F1 esports for 2023, and in the past 5 or 6 years, they have always started from September, but now we're in November and we have heard absolutely nothing from the organisers and the drivers themselves. Recently this week, many of the drivers on the social media have kind of teased that they are all flying to Sweden, specifically to DreamHack, which ESL R1 is currently hosting many different competitions there right now. And what I'll be saying in this video, I cannot confirm is 100% accurate, but from speaking to a couple of very reliable sources who are directly involved in the world of F1 esports, do seem to kind of correlate exactly what the rumours have been saying. What we do know is that today, Bahrain was meant to commence for the qualifying and race. There were two tracks this first event. It was going to be Bahrain and Silverstone. And it seems to be that the first race has been cancelled. And the main reason for this is due to contract issues between F1 and the new organisers of F1 esports, ESL themselves. And really, I am really just lost for words on what is actually happening in terms of F1 esports right now. Personally, I just find this extremely disrespectful to the fan of F1 esports who have been looking forward to the series, but also for the drivers and the teams and individuals involved. We have had absolutely no announcements, no updates, no Sky Sports F1 slot, no Twitch or YouTube stream, or communication of any sort for the series this year. We have just been completely left in the dark. I cannot describe how F1 esports has just continued to decline over the years, with the very first season having a LAN in Abu Dhabi next to a live racetrack, to now in recent years, the drivers are no longer playing in an arena. They've all had to play from home on their own PCs that have not been policed, with many cases of cheating from a handful of drivers being reported, which sadly isn't exactly a surprise when there's been over $500,000 on the line. Their livelihoods and the equipment being used has not been monitored by the organisation at the time. However, it just keeps getting worse. Like I just said, and like you can see in the screen here now, it seems to be there is a contract issue between F1 and ESL. The original organisers of Gfinity are no longer involved, and with this new ESL who have been hosting the Ren Sport events, I was actually very, very excited for the production of F1 esports, because I felt what I've seen from Ren Sport has been very, very impressive, to say the least. I'm not sure on the specifics, but the rumours are that it is not a driver and team issue, that it could be an issue to do with the equal cars, because the esport teams have to use the F1 World cars because of the equal car drama we had recently a month ago. But one of the main sources have told me that it could be to do with finance. And because of how much money has been put into the series, the production, the costs, this is why we went from Abu Dhabi to then racing in an arena to then racing at home, simply because of logistics, because of responsibility, and because of the profits that could have been made. And the issue that I'm apparently hearing is that they feel they're not going to get a return on their investment. And this is the reason why they have not made any announcements. This is why the series is not going ahead. And this is why the first race, qualifying and practice session has been cancelled already today because of this. And I really cannot put into words of just how sad I am for the world of F1 esports and sim racing. We've had 11 months for this to be organised. We've had so much time for this to be put into place, all these issues to be fixed. But like with the F1 game, it just seems to continue to be in a decline. And all the drivers have already flown out to Sweden, and for the event to not happen is simply just beyond embarrassing. There has been zero communication, and I think the main thing is just a respect to their audience. This just shows completely none. It's like a football team. If you have no fans, you have no business. And I feel because of the level of F1, of EA, the organisers, they just have shown absolutely no respect. And even if the event continued now, just not having this communication, which is the main issue we have with the current F1 game. And I feel because of the state of the F1 game, I believe this has actually created issues for F1 esports. If they have to use the F1 World cars instead of equal cars, a lot of this could be a licensing issue. Because of how the cars are displayed, how the graphics and sponsors are displayed, believe it or not, this is sometimes a huge issue that F1 do face in terms of real life and the game itself. But I think aside from the respect to the audience, equally, I think this just continues to damage the integrity of F1 esports even further. To have all the drivers just fly out to this event and for nothing to happen, wasting everyone's time, keeping their audience, their fans who absolutely love this, want to get into the world of F1 esports, leaving them completely in the dark, is just unacceptable. And I just feel that this is just a very dark day for F1 esports, which I feel is summarized quite well from Red Bull esports manager Nathan and other individuals in the community, as you can see on the screen here now. For a series that has so much potential, like with the F1 games, it just continues to not deliver and to be anywhere close to it. If anything, it continues to go backwards. And this is just not the case with the F1 game and the F1 esports series. Unfortunately, I feel in the digital age that we live in today, we can see this with many other series, many other sports. But to have no announcement, to have no communication, to have no live viewing is just a bit of a disgrace. And with the amount of growth, the viewership, and really money to be made from the F1 esports with the backing of F1 themselves, I just can't understand why they have not capitalized on this, why they haven't exploited this. It just makes absolutely no sense to me. So unless there's something else going on that is far more significant that we are unaware of, then please let me know what you think of this. What do you think is actually going on here? And how do you feel this damages the reputation of F1 esports moving forward? Because for me, there are many drivers here who are actually sacrificing their lives. They are sacrificing their schooling, sacrificing the opportunity to go to university, their social lives. And there aren't many drivers in F1 esports who are able to continue this as a main source of income for a livelihood. We've seen with Jarno Wapmir, we've seen with many other drivers that they can actually potentially make this to a long-term career. And this again shows with these actions here that there is absolutely no regard for that. There is absolutely no regard for their audience. It seems to be more about the money and how much these organizations can make. And that's how I feel about Codemasters. I feel like with many gaming developers nowadays, they don't really care about the quality, they simply care about the quantity. But bizarrely, even in this case, they have made no announcement. They haven't even tried to capitalize on this, build any hype whatsoever. And I just feel it is just a complete joke and makes a complete mockery of the sport itself. But again, please let me know what your thoughts are of this. What do you think is really going on? I will be giving further updates once I have a bit more information or Moon Awards comes out. Hopefully by the time this video comes out, we'll have some positive news, because I want to see F1 esports succeed. I want to see these drivers succeed. I enjoy watching this. This is my passion. But I think I say for many people that the decline in the passion over the years hasn't really been unexpected because of how the game has been developing, how this series has been developing. It has so much potential, but it's just managed so poorly. Let me know what you think, and I will catch you very soon. Peace.